All right, y'all, welcome back to the final fifth part of this video. And this is where we get to have fun with some cool new elements that we created. This is always my favorite part. Like, you know, when I get into this creative mode, I make things and can't really see the whole picture until I put it all together. And then it's just so much fun. So if you've made it this far, I hope you have some cool elements and you really enjoy them. So let me give you some tips on how I use these and how I set up my layer stack to accommodate them and how I go about making spreads with them, okay? So I don't have a plan for this one. We're just going to wing it. That's usually what I do with my spreads anyway. So let's see what we come up with. So let's start bringing in some of those elements. So in my layer stack, I have everything set up the way that I had it before. Everything is the same, and I'm going to go about using them that way. I did add 3 layers up top to my ever-growing list of layers here, but I have the pocket back, pocket middle, and pocket top, okay? And that is where I will go ahead and place my pockets. I do them in different layers because it's going to be easier for you to tuck things behind them and not have to worry about selecting other things if you need to move it around or anything like that. It'll just keep it tidy for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my background, and let me grab something that will make sense. You know what? Let me try this background here. Again, I don't have a plan. I'm just going to wing this one. Let me turn it this way. I don't know if this is going to really match with my green pockets, but nah. Let's see what else I got. You know what? Let's use this one. Can't go wrong with black and white. Move that over a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And then let me go to my notebook. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in that notebook that we created. And I'm going to shut off my back layer so that I can line this up. Because we made it to the exact dimensions, so everything's going to line up pretty good, okay? Perfect. And then I am going to go ahead and turn that one off so I can put in my paper and line that up. Okay. And then I'm going to go to my tabs, put my tabs in, and line those up. Yep, right about there will work. So now I can go ahead and turn these on. Okay, there we go. Let me just reposition my background a little bit because it's not really covering over here. There we go. All right, it's looking good. All right, let's bring in some of those pockets. I'm going to tap on my pocket back layer, and I am going to bring in this tall one. And all you want to do here is bring it to the top and then scale it down to the edge. Then you can just kind of put it in place. It should line up perfectly. Good. I'm going to go to my middle pocket tab and bring in the next one. And again, you're going to do the same thing. These, you're going to just get the width of it right. And then line it up to the bottom. Need to go a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to go to my top pocket and bring in that little guy. And again, just line up the width of it and then move it down. And now you have that little pocket there. Okay, that looks so good. And it's not all set in stone, because even if you wanted to, and then you go to your middle pocket and you want that to be a little higher up, you can move it, and then it's just concealed by the bottom one anyway. So it's however you want to make it. I like it right there. That looks good to me. All right. So now we have our 3 pockets laid out in different layers, and we have our back pieces together. So now we are cooking with grease here. So now we can start putting our spread together now that we have all of our bones in place. I usually will start picking up colors and changing the tabs and the paper once I get an idea as to what I want this spread to look like. Right now, I want to warm it up a little bit, so I'm going to go stickers behind the cover, and I'm going to grab one of these doilies. I am obsessed with doilies right now. I'm in my doily phase, so I'm going to put that behind my cover. Just enough so that it's peeking through a little bit. I like that, and it brings a little bit of that brown. And now I really like that brown, so I'm going to go ahead and make my tabs a color from there. Because I like matching. That's why I love the color changing elements. It kind of just gives it to you right there. You can change them on a whim. It just works. It's so good. Then I want to put something behind these pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that back pocket, because I want it to look like it's tucked behind that middle pocket area. So I'm going to select that back pocket, and let's see what I can find that will look cute in there. What about this little tag? I like that. Super adorable. And let's put like a little gold leaf behind that too. Might be a bit too much beige, but yeah, you know what? The colors are too similar for me. I just need a little bit of contrast. What about this little leaf? Okay, I like that. I'm going to tap on the tag and bring it to the front so that it's over it. Oh, that's cute. It needs a little bit of... Oh, let's grab this orange one. Let's reposition it this way. And kind of tuck that one up here. And then let me grab that. Oh, I like that. Something in here is not locked. Let me lock my pockets. So I almost moved it. There we go. Very cute. I like that. And now I'm going to go to my middle pocket, because I want something to look like it's tucked behind that first little short pocket. And let's grab... What can we put in there? What a little note stack. Ha. I thought I had a little... Where did it go? Ah, right here. I'm going to put that little note stack in there. That's cute. Just going to bring it in there. Okay. And then I can do, no, not that one. What else can I put in there? Oh, let's do a green leaf. Oh, that could be cute. Adorable. Okay, it's just fun. It's just fun to do these things. Okay, and then I want something to look like it's tucked in behind the whole pocket area. All right. And I think I'll pop in. Do it this way. These little envelopes right there. Oh, that's adorable. And could even do like a little tag in there would be cute too. Wonder if I flip this. There, because I want the little tassel to show. So I just flipped it around. And with the Note Fold tool, you have to crop just a tiny bit off of it so that it preserves that modification. I'm just going to rearrange this a tiny bit. Maybe make that a little smaller. This too, maybe. Okay, that looks good. I like that. Now I can go ahead and change my paper color. I want it to be let's go with this little beige color. And that might be a little too beige. You know what? That'll work. All right. It's looking good. Okay. Now let's move to my stickers. And I want to bring in a little bit of that black. Pop that over here. I like to have things come off the page. I think that looks good. Needs more greenery. How about this one? Seriously, no plan. I just start throwing stuff on there. I kind of like the way that looks right there in the corner. Cute. I like that. I feel like it needs a little bit of gold. You know what? Let me grab. I love this gold grid that I have in Teal Me More. So let me go to stickers behind the cover here. I'm going to pop that right there. I want it to be, I want it to go all the way. Let me arrange that to the back and then see what that looks like behind the doily. You know what? I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's not bad. I just didn't want it to be completely covering over there. But it's just to give it that, like that extra layer. I just love that. All right, that looks good. I need, oh, is it in Autumn Whispers that I have that pen or no? Oops, I didn't want to do that. Maybe it's in Teal Me More, the add-on maybe? Yeah, right here. Let me grab a pen. Let me jump to my stickers. I just like to have that little extra bit right there. So cute. And I think, how about some lights? Maybe some lights would look good. Kind of tie in some of this yellow from the frame. Just over here, kind of peeking through. Not too big. Just a little bit. Can even, yeah, that'll work. This one a little bit, kind of just a little light bit. All right, cool. And now I am going to go to my templates and actually put something on here. Let's see, what do I want? I'm gonna keep it pretty simple, and I'm gonna use the black ones. I'm gonna get my focus 3. I am going to grab my checklist. And make that a bit smaller. That's good. I don't need that big of a checklist, but I will leave it. Oh, I want to don't forget, because there's always something I forget. I'm going to actually put that on a pocket, and since it's green, I am going to use the white one. Where is it? Right here. There's always something that I forget. Oh, and as you can see, now it's going to disappear because that's on my topmost layer. So I'm going to move it to the pocket top. That way it shows up. I'll leave that right there. That's cool. I'm going to go back to my templates. And I am going to need my gratitude one. That's great. Always something to be grateful for. I like to remind myself of that every day. Well, we'll just keep this one. We're going to keep this simple. All right. I like that. And let me grab one of these little flourishes. I like using these. I think it just adds a little bit And let me make that green. And I'm going to duplicate it down here and flip it upside down. Kind of highlights that box for me a little bit. Okay, it's looking good. I want to do a tracker. I'm going to go to these. I'm going to rate my day. I like to use that one. Am I on my templates? I am. Okay. I'm going to just pop that over here. Okay. And then let's just put a date on this. So I'm going to move to my text. And where do I want to put a date? You know what? I'll go right here. August 26th. We'll just do this today. All right. And I'm going to resize that. And again, I'm going to have to bring that up to my pocket top so that it shows. Put it there. Okay, what else? I think I'll call this one done. Okay, so that's just basically showing you some of the ways that I layer things so that it's easier to use them inside Noteful, especially in Noteful, because you have the ability to layer. In other applications, I'm not too well versed in all of them, but I know like GoodNotes, that could be a little bit of a struggle, but this is my process. This is how I work through it. I hope you guys found this enjoyable, that you learned something, and that you'll use some of these techniques and give it a go and try to make your own pockets and your own elements, because it really is fun and you can customize so many things this way. I really enjoy doing this and teaching you guys and showing you guys what some of these things look like for me. If you have any questions at all, please let me know and I will try to help you. I really look forward to seeing what you guys create too. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.